Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. So mornings can be sometimes slow, right? So I wake up this morning and I start doing my research, as normal, because that's what I do. Helps wake me up, get the juices flowing, right? So I come across an article yesterday. Had reported that Italy was going to raise its crypto tax from 26% to 42%. 26% was already ridiculous. Then you have some Italian investors saying, yeah, just like I said, they were like, yeah, 26% was ridiculous. Now you want to raise it to 42%, and you wonder why Italy is hurting for people because people are leaving. This is why they're leaving, and I think more people are going to wind up leaving. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So you have a whole country that's in decline. That's not good. In no way is that good. Then the SEC, in no surprise, I reported this last night, no surprise, at the last minute files their Form C. That is their appeal, the formal appeal in the Ripple case. And they've honed their case in certain ways so that, because they're saying, well, okay, fine, it's not a security. Okay, fine, whatever. But Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson did this and that and blah, blah, blah. And the company did this and that and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to key in on those. The big win for them is that it's going to be done de novo. De novo meaning that it's going to be of new. Of new meaning that the appeals court, the appellate court, does not have to defer or review the case in deference to the lower court, meaning it will look at all of the evidence as if it was new, a brand new case. I don't know about that. I don't know that that's a smart move. I really don't know if it's a smart move, because if they come back and they agree with the lower court, that 125 million can actually come back a bit lower. So a lot of attorneys are saying, yeah, that was not the smartest of moves, because there are so many holes and so many things that were not correct with their case. Interesting. And this is a way for them to get basically a brand new case. It's technically an appeal, but it's a brand new case. So, normally they'd have to look at the lower court's decision and see if there was enough to overturn. Now they get to look at it and say, oh no, we get to look at this brand new and make our own decision. Yeah. And they're thinking like 2025, July 2025, maybe it'll come to a close. Again, I think it's all just a ploy to drain more money and more resources out of Ripple. And again, I'll bring up the fact that the bulk of Ripple's money is not made in the United States. And we're sending wrong signals to U.S. companies in the crypto space about whether or not their country is going to stand by them. It's not good. It's not good. Gary needs to go. This case needs to go. It needs to be over. The case was decided. Let's move on. You're stopping. Because this case is still dragging, I firmly believe it's stopping innovation right now. You have a lot of companies that are still up in the air about whether or not they want to do something here. Meanwhile, countries like St. Lucia and other countries are just picking up the business that we're throwing away. That's not smart. That's not smart at all. It's not good business. Gary should leave just because of that. Bitwise CIO. You know what? Before we talk about the Bitwise CIO, let's talk about the $1.62 billion of Bitcoin and Ethereum options that are expiring today. Do I think it's going to have a major hit? No, I think it'll absolutely get absorbed. Every week I see these articles. Oh, this amount of options and blah, blah, blah are expiring. And what is it going to do to the market? Jack. It's going to do jack to the market. It's going to do jack. The reason why I think it's going to do jack to the market is because the market is so hot and the world is waking up so quickly and embracing crypto that, yeah, that's just going to get swallowed up. It'll be like it never happened. So you saw how Tesla put up their whole 760 some odd $1 million worth of crypto. It was news that day, and then nobody cared. Why? Because in the previous 3 days, the Bitcoin spot ETFs had purchased $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. So Elon's 760 meant nothing. If you can do that in 3 days, it meant nothing. It's a different world out there. It's a different world out there. Stupid pet tricks aren't going to work when it comes to Bitcoin. You might be able to move things with, posting, having a Shiba Inu get out of the car with you, or posting D.O.G.E, in certain places. That's not going to work with Bitcoin. Stupid pet tricks. Stupid pet tricks. Then the Bitwise CIO says, hey, it's almost a guarantee that next year is 6 figures for Bitcoin. Now, some people like me would say, yeah, of course, duh. But he's saying no, not from a ha-ha, I feel good perspective, but from a CIO perspective, yeah, that's a thing. The math, the actual math is mathing for that to happen. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And this guy, this person has been looking at this. I'm sorry. It should be this person. This person's been looking at this for a long time. They've been tracking this for a long time. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, that's when you start to believe that things are changing. So when you look at, the Bitcoin spot ETFs, how do those purchases happen? 90%, 95%, 99% OTC, over the counter, meaning they're private transactions, right? As opposed to all of those people going onto the open market and buying their Bitcoin. They go to BlackRock. BlackRock buys a whole bunch behind the scenes, OTC transactions. At some point, that those transactions add up and hit the market. They softly hit the market, but after a while, it's, they're being held. Okay. And what I'm saying here is the market potential right now is so compressed. It's so compressed that it's vibrating. And when it hits a certain point, it's just going to explode. And I think that explosion obviously is going to be up. Again, what I said, when we have our discussions at night, the nighttime show, the nighttime lives, we have some really open discussions. I think the only discussions that could wind up being better are the big bagger meetings that we're having. So we're actually having a big bagger meeting tonight at 8 p.m. So there will be no Friday flips tonight because we're having our big bagger private video conference hosted by yours truly at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to take part with like-minded individuals that are actually digging in and doing their own research and sharing information with each other, become a big bagger. Hit YouTube, become a big bagger, go to growmybag.tv, become a big bagger, and you'll get an email. You send me your email address. I mean, if you purchase on growmybag.tv, I get your email address. We send you a link to the video conference. This is our second one, and we will be doing this every month for big baggers only. Just saying, it's pretty cool. But when you get that kind of group of people and we start to see information like this, we start to do our own research. We start to do our own math. So I have people that are into numbers, right? And then I have people that are into news. I'm into news from a perspective of I love painting the pictures with the tidbits of news that I find. Vivid pictures. That's what I have fun with, right? And when I do that, yeah, I look at what Bitwise, the CIO, is saying, and I agree 100%. 100%. That's a guarantee. Next year it'll be 6 figures. The question is how deep 6 figures it will be. Not if, but how big. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now, in a stunning turn of events, we know that Radiant Capital got hit and had $50 million swiped from them over Arbitrum, right? So what do? They turn to the FBI for help. FBI, can you help us find that $50 million? So good luck. FBI has got some really strong resources, and they've been building resources for a while. That's going to be interesting. I'm dying to find out how it was stolen, all that kind of stuff, because, the technical stuff is, what I live for. So I think that's going to be mad interesting. Um, and they're saying it was a very sophisticated crypto hack. That to me smells like North Korea. Smells like North Korea because they do some very intricate and sophisticated hacks. They're not necessarily going out there and doing brute force. They're very sophisticated. Don't count them down. Like seriously, take them serious. Um, and then you have Bitcoin mining companies like Hut 8 that are beginning to pivot toward AI, AI computing, as well as high performance computing. And they're also looking at integrating AI. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, does that mean that they're going to get out of, crypto? The truth is that eventually there's not going to be a ton of money. There'll be money to be made. Let's not get it twisted. There'll be money to be made in crypto, Bitcoin mining. But it's decreasing. And the question is, well, okay, you're decreasing. You're constantly decreasing. What does that do for us? Those are big questions. Those are really, really, really big questions. So I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, yeah, that could be interesting. That right there could be interesting. And we've got to watch that because imagine, and this isn't this first story of its kind that I've seen. You have a lot of Bitcoin miners that are saying at the very least, okay, we're going to open up some more data centers and we're going to focus those on AI. We'll leave these data centers alone. They're concentrating on how they make money. And that's what we need to pay attention to. So when I tell people, that I invest in crypto, yes, I invest in stocks too. So I pay attention to what's going on and, look to see how they play off of each other. But I do pay attention to that Bitcoin mining market. That's something that we should have our finger on. And every day you hear me say, "Oh, we should pay attention to that. Oh, we should pay attention to that. Oh, we should pay attention to that." Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? Which is why I keep telling you guys, you got to do your own research and you should spend a few minutes every day doing your own research. Remember how this morning I said, I get up, I do my research, knocks the cobwebs off, gets the juices flowing. Do that. Yeah, that's an idea. Do that. The reason why I say so is because you start to retain information in your own head about, oh, I just saw that yesterday. Oh, I saw this the day before. Oh, I saw this. Oh, that's a repeat from news that happened last week. See what I mean? You start to pick out good news sources, good news articles, good writers. And you start to go, okay, I got it. Okay, got it. Okay. And you start to take it all in and things become a little bit more clear. They become a bit more clear. I had somebody ask me, about how to do things. And I said, well, they weren't asking me about how to do things. It was more like, how do I make money in crypto? And it's like, yeah, I'm not a financial planner. I don't do that. I talk about news. I give you the opinion on the news. I create tools. I write books. But I do not tell you how you can make money there. I tell you how I might make money. I tell you how my kids might make money. What I'm considering or what I did or what I might want to do. But I don't give you financial advice for your pockets. I'm telling you what I'm doing with the pockets within my reach. The actual pockets. So I don't mind the questions, but I think that's more of a question for you. I'm teaching you how to do your own research. I'm teaching you about the news that's out there and how I view that news. Then I'm expecting you to do your own research and either corroborate what I'm saying or at the very least formulate your own opinion on what I'm saying. But, I gotta keep it, real. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should go over the numbers. So let's go do that. Let me get my notes out of the way. So we're going to start with the GMB Crypto Tracker top 25 losers, right? And immediately on this list, nothing. You know my 5% rule. There's nothing on this list that fits my 5% rule. Remember, anything below 5% as a move, I don't consider. because it's too little of a move, because the volatility in the market, we could just change course real quick. It's insignificant. Well, not insignificant, but not significant enough. So let's move over to the top 25 winners on the GMB crypto tracker. And now you start to see a lot of winners. I mean, so think about this. From here down, from here down, so what's that? 7. So from 19 all the way over to the other 200, to the rest of it, out of the top 250, they're just moving sideways or not moving at all. They're just sitting there. Just as an example. Let's see who's moved that we're paying attention to. Book of Meme is up 15%. It's got a GMBX factor of 1.7 GMBX, right? Then you have, let's say, Goat CS Maximus up another 12%. Wow. Wow. It's only 10% off its all-time high. It's got a 0.11x GMBX factor. Doge up 10%. Like I said, that mention, that dog whistle mention by Elon Musk, I hate saying his name, sees them rise about 10%. Let's see how long it stays up 10%. Right? They got a GMBX factor of 4.44. Do I think it'll do it? Yeah, I do. I do hold a bag of Doge. I just don't like I just don't like that person. But I do hold a bag of Doge. Let's see. I like this one just because it's cat in a dog's world. I just think that's a cool name. Up 9%, GMBX factor of 0.04. Why? Because they're only 6% off their all-time high. Eigenlayer up 8%, GMBX factor of 0.29. Who else? Floki is up. Because they had one of the games on Floki is doing something with somebody from the Mountain or something like that. This actor guy, whatever, Thor something or other. It's up 7%. All-time high is they're off about 56% off the all-time high. The GMBX factor of 1.26x. Do I think it can do it? Yes. I hold a bag of Floki. Just to let you know, just to be straight up. And then everybody else that's it. All done right there. I will give an honorable mention to both Stacks and Jupiter. I hold both. Stacks is 51% off its all-time high and 57% for Jupiter off their all-time high. Both, Stacks is at 1.04x and Jupiter's at 1.31x. I hold both, and I do believe they're going to crush their all-time highs. So I do pay attention to that. Shiba Inu is even on the rise, 5%. That's pretty nice. I'm waiting for it to get back to 20. It's at 18 now. I'm waiting for it to get back to 20 plus. Do I think it'll do it? GMBX factor of 3.58x. Heck to the yeah. Heck to the yeah. Easy. I think Shiba Inu is it's going to wind up being unsung, or right now it's unsung, but next year it's going to explode. That ecosystem is no joke, and people are writing it off as not a big deal. It is a very big deal. Just letting you know, it is a very big deal. Who's reporting today? Ally Financial is reporting today. I mean, you have a lot of companies, Procter & Gamble, just whatever. American Express is reporting today, or supposed to report today. So you have a lot of companies that are reporting today that are a mixed bag of transportation services, banking, or financials. So it's going to be interesting to see, the news that comes out. Most companies have been beating estimates. I mean, even Snap-on, the tools company, missed on revenue, but gained on profit, and the stock went up. Why? They're working more efficiently. They were able to find, better pricing and logistics and tooling, all that good stuff. That's a big deal. What comes out today? We got jobs numbers yesterday. Today we get housing starts and building permits. Not bad. A little bit of Fed speak over there. Fear and greed index is back to 73. Day before yesterday was at 73. Yesterday is 71. Now we're back at 73. Not bad. Not bad at all. DeFi Llama up about $1 billion, $1.5 billion to $95.826 billion total value locked. We're inching ever so closely to that 100 billion mark that I need to see. That'll make me feel a little bit more comfortable. On the big board, you can see that, yeah, we have a lot of stuff that's up a lot. Stacks, Doge, SHIB. We have a lot of green that's going on. Now, people will still ask. They ask this question every day, and it's okay. It's okay to ask this question every day. Should I get in? The answer for me, was yes. I would definitely get in here. Nothing is at its all-time high. Even SUI is off its all-time high. Do I think SUI is going to go back up? Absolutely. But this is why I use the GMB crypto tracker, because it helps me focus on what's going to make me the most money in terms of, the GMB X factor number right there. And then I have my additional number that I create that says, how much do I believe that this coin is going to go beyond their GMBX factor? And then what are the chances of them hitting that GMBX factor? And then what are the chances of them going beyond? That's what I pay attention to. And a lot of them, I wish I had more money, because I'd be investing in a whole slew of coins, but I only have certain slots because I have a certain amount of money, and I try to put my money where I think it's going to work. And I tend to spread across the different areas, right? So I have a little bit of money in the traditional coins, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, the rest of them, Cardano, the rest of them. But I also have a little bit of money in memes, decentralized physical infrastructure network, depends, AI, right? These are things that I'm definitely thinking about. File sharing, that's how I start to divvy up where do I want to put my money. Just like in stocks, I have certain places where we want to put our money. Where is that? Sometimes it's seasonal. Sometimes it's long term. Sometimes it's dividend driven. You start figuring out what your trading style is, what your investing style is, and then you move forward, right? But I tend to spread my risk, right? That's why I don't just do stocks. I don't just do crypto. I invest in businesses. I start businesses. I just invest in certain businesses and let the other people run them. There are different things that I do to make that money. So do your own research, develop your trading style, and start to dig in. Then you have Bitcoin. Look at this. Oof. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Bitcoin on the way up. Again, my numbers say that we need to get above 69,355 and maintain there, build up some steam before we crush through 73,750. Can that happen within the next 2 weeks? Yes, absolutely. Will it happen within the next 2 weeks? Don't know yet. Don't know yet. There are a lot of macro events out there that could have an effect, and that's what we pay attention to. At least that's what I pay attention to. But we have a lot of good news that could also take effect, right? 2 weeks we have the elections, so that's going to be put to bed. No matter who wins, that'll be put to bed, and I think crypto is going to absolutely take off after that moment. So yeah, I pay attention. So I'm just trying to put as much in as I possibly can because I'm expecting that growth. Yes, there are macro events that can have a negative effect, but I'm expecting growth. So I'm investing based on that expectation. If you want to look at the numbers just straight across the board, you can see everybody's going up. Yesterday, we're up 1 full percent for Ethereum. Yesterday was in the 14s. Now it's in the 15s. That's pretty good. BNB is up. Bitcoin is up 60% year to date. Like I said, I'm trying to pay attention to the rhythms of coins to see where they're going, what they're doing. Solana is up 51% year to date, but its year to date has been dropping. Remember, it was like in the hundreds before. Now it's been dropping. It's at 153.70 right now. We need to see it back up, approaching at least 200 for me to get in that happy place. But Solana hasn't been doing anything. It seems to have lost a little bit of its mojo. Yeah, I still hold a bag. But we have to see. Let's see. Ripple or XRP, I'm definitely interested in, even though it's down for the year. Doge, I hold a bag, but I'm not putting any in. I've just held that bag for a long time. Toncoin is kind of stagnant around 520, 521. I'm expecting it to take off soon. I think there's going to be more news that's going to come out about Toncoin. It's going to set it up for, serious success. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I do hold a nice bag of Toncoin. I hold a nice bag of Cardano. Do I expect it to go up? Yes. Do I expect it to clean up that 41%, 41.62% off of, year to date downage? I expect it to do it this year? No. Do I expect it to get back to that level next year? Yeah. Next year, yeah. But it would have to hit like 45 cents, 50 cents for me to be happy. Avalanche, I think gaming is starting to come back and you're starting to smell it in the air. They've got a few games that are there was one game that was going to start on a console, but they were removing all of the crypto functionality, all the crypto features. I thought that was stupid. That just means that they want to make money off the console, but not really introduce crypto to the console audience. We'll see. Maybe the upgrade will bring it. We'll see what happens. Bitcoin Cash. People laugh at me when I tell them I like Bitcoin Cash, but Bitcoin Cash is doing better than Ethereum. Why wouldn't I like it? We're here to make money. We're not here for opinion, right? So when somebody looks at me and goes, "Oh, Bitcoin Cash is trash," I sit back and I go, but Bitcoin Cash is making me money steadily. Steadily. You look at some of these other coins that are still in the red, still holding faith. I'm like, whatever, you do you, son. Chainlink, I think is going to explode. Yeah, it's year to date, it's still in the red, but I think it's going to explode. Polkadot, I have nothing against Polkadot other than Polkadot is asleep right now to me. Near Protocol, I think, is going to do well. Sui, I think, is going to do well. Litecoin, I think, it's already doing well. They've got some news that came out, so they're basically moving flat, 1.11%, off from their year to date. Yeah, but they've had some positive news over the past couple of weeks. Aptos, I think, can do better. Uniswap, I think, can do better. Pepe, I think, is going to pop soon as well. I do hold a bag of Pepe. I do hold a bag of Aptos as well. BitTensor, I don't hold any, but it is doing well. So just saying. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. If you like what I'm doing, drop a note. I love seeing notes. I love knowing where people are seeing us or watching me from. And if you do, drop a, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going to drop a new video. Don't forget, tonight is a Big Baggers Only video conference hosted by yours truly. So if you want to be in on that conference, you have to sign up to be a big bagger. I hope to see you there. You'll get a link to the meeting and you'll meet people that are just like you, like-minded, want to invest, want to do better with their funds and grow their bags. Anyway, everybody, have a good one. Bye-bye.